Sherlock.
Welcome to our new guests. I'm just checking all of the tables with people on them also have paper and pens on them. They appear to. So we will be getting started probably in the next 5 minutes. I see some people grabbing their drinks. So if you're here for trivia and you haven't grabbed your paper and pen yet, be sure to do that. And if you aren't here for trivia, grab some buddies, make some friends, and stay and do trivia. It's going to be fun. Well, I don't know. If you think true crime is fun, I guess it's going to be fun. I think it's fun. I'm really excited. I love dead people. Jokes. Wow, that was a weird way to start it. True crime. Woo! Woo! Dead people. Dead people. Woo! Chase crackers.
Sorry. I know you care a lot.
A little bit. You're a wizard, Harry?
Asking the general. Water. Wait, I don't know. You're like homie. We're done. Thank you, Internet. You want everything? Yeah, it's involved. Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, so I think everyone seems pretty settled. Everyone's got at least 2 people on their team. That's excellent. Cool. Everyone's got paper. Yes. All right. So before we get into trivia, I just want to introduce myself. I know many of you have probably been here a lot of times before and done trivia before. And you are probably very familiar with Jenna, the regular host. He is not dead, but that was supposed to be a true crime joke, but it didn't really land, you know. That's a good way to start. My name's Elabeth. I'm going to be your hostess with the mostess tonight. If there's anything that you don't understand, it's my Australian accent. I apologize. Just ask me to enunciate or speak with a southern accent. Anything else? Yeah. So at the end, there will be a team who wins. We have 6 little true crime trophies here. You can see this is Sherlock Holmes profile. Very cute. I would love to win one, but I can't because I'm a Quick Master. So I'm very jealous of whoever does win that. But there are 6 of those, so if your team has 6 or less people, good for you. If your team has more than 6 people, I don't want to be responsible for who's going to fight over the trophy. Okay? Like, think back outside. All right, we are going to have 4 rounds in our trivia tonight. Each round will be, let me just check, 10 questions. And there will be a couple of extra questions, extra points sprinkled in there, in and around there. If you have any complaints, suggestions or questions or anything that you'd like to let us know, don't be afraid to write all over your piece of paper, just as long as your answers are legible. And if you're a little bit ADHD like I am, make sure that the answer that you want me to mark is circled. If you've scribbled any out, make sure that I know that that's your answer, because I'm the kind of person who's just okay. Yeah, so we're going to do 2 rounds, and then we'll have a little break time, and I will score up all of your points at that point, and then we'll do another 2 rounds and find out who will be the ultimate true crime mastermind. Yes. So yes, I will collect after 2 rounds. Yes, thank you. This is my trusty assistant. His name's Tony. Everyone say hi, Tony. Hi, Tony. He's my husband. Is anyone here with their husband or wife? Is anyone here with their boyfriend or girlfriend or partner or anything like that? No? Okay. Well, I saw this recently. Apparently, this person right here is statistically most likely to kill me. So, there's some facts. Very interesting. Probably me more than anyone, because I talk a lot. I don't know if you think so. I talk a lot. Alright, so we're going to get into trivia. These trivia questions are directly related to true crimes and events. Some questions may not only raise the hairs on your neck, but also the bumps on your gooses. Can you tell that Jenna wrote that? There may be some differences in opinion about the stories that inspired these questions. Please be respectful to your fellow team and trivia host, as in no arguing. You never know who might be a true criminal. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So, as Jenna has instructed me to tell you, he wanted to start the evening off softly, calmly, and chill. But when it comes to true crime and murder, there's not any really way to do that. So I'm just going to get straight into it. So, round number 1. Question number 1. Round 1 has 10 questions. This is your first question. Who killed John Lennon? Who killed John Lennon? Despite what you saw in the news this week, it was not in fact a big killer submarine. Is it too soon? Sorry, that's terrible. Yellow submarine. Who killed John Lennon? Alright. Number 2. Who did John Hinckley try to kill in the 80s? Who did John Hinckley try to kill in the 80s?
Yeah.
All right. Number 3. In which city did Al Capone establish his criminal organization? Was it A, New York, B, Chicago, C, Los Angeles? Okay, there's only C, there's only 3. Sorry, oh sorry, guys, I'm waiting. That was the end of it, sorry. Okay, in which city did Al Capone establish his criminal organization? Was it A, New York, B, Chicago, or C, Los Angeles? Question number 4. Which serial killer led a commune called the Family? Doesn't that just sound so welcoming? Welcome to the family. Which serial killer led a commune called the Family? I really love this song. All right. Number 5. Who was the last woman to be hanged in Britain? Okay. Who was the last woman to be hanged in Britain? And for a bonus on this question, okay, a bonus of 1 point, 1 whole extra point, what year was it? Okay, so number 5, who was the last woman to be hanged in Britain? Bonus for 1 point, what year was it?
No, Australia and like New Zealand and England got Ulster thing many years ago. We don't kill our criminals, we're civilized. We also don't have as many, to be fair.
All right. Question number 6. O.J. Simpson, convicted of armed robbery in 2008, was convicted of murder how many years later? Okay. Number 6. O.J. Simpson, convicted of armed robbery in 2008, was convicted of murder how many years later?
Is the answer the number of years, or can we just write the year itself?
Go ahead and write both of them. Okay, question number 7. Who was Jack the Ripper known as during the time of his crimes? Who was Jack the Ripper known as during the time of his crimes? Who was Jack the Ripper known as during the time of his crime? Okay, number 8. The assassin of which figure was captured at London's Heathrow Airport? Okay, the assassin, not the figure who died. The assassin of which figure was captured at London's Heathrow Airport?
Thank you for the follow, bro. Appreciate it. You can play along at home. It'll be live for like next hour or so.
Oh, sorry, yes, sorry. The assassin of which figure? Sorry, yes, the figure. Who was the person that he killed? My bad. Sorry, I read that wrong. The assassin of which figure? So who was the figure?
You guys are really good. You don't think about it.
All right, number 9. Which member of Marvin Gaye's family shot him? Which member of Marvin Gaye's family shot him?
Never mind what I said the first
Just staring at me.
No, I was like,
Oh, I couldn't see you.
yeah.
Just like,
That is true.
Okay, and Ola, welcome. The last question, number 10. This spiritual leader in India. Imagine how weird it must be walking into that question. This spiritual leader in India, also known as the Indian lawyer, was assassinated in 1948. What was their name?
I'm just going to say that. Well, that helps. Because I remember.
Okay, so does anyone want me? Yeah. Does anyone want to repeat which question? The last one? All right, the last question, number 10. This spiritual leader in India, also known as the Indian lawyer, was assassinated in 1948. Who were they?
One, 2, and 8.
Sure, yes, okay. Yeah. So this is the time, if you'd like me to repeat anything, just let me know. All right, I'm going back to 1. Question number 1. Who killed John Lennon? Who killed John Lennon? Number 2. Who did John Hinckley try to kill in the 80s? Who did John Hinckley try to kill in the 80s? And question number 8 again. Number 8, the assassin of which figure was captured at London Heathrow Airport? So again, who was the figure? Would anyone else like any of the questions repeated? We're all good? Okay. All right. If everyone's ready, I'm ready. I know there's a couple teams ready. I'm going to get you guys to mark your. In fact, you know what you can do? Everyone, So get your paper and swap it with the table next to you. Okay, so swap your paper with the table next to you. Everyone here is fun and fair. Everyone will do it nicely. And the table next to you will mark yours, and you will mark the table next to you. Okay? It's good. It's a bit of social interaction here. Oh, it's great. All right. Cool. Okay. Alright, you guys ready? We're going to go through the answers. Okay. Oh, yeah, you can just swap with this table as well. Then no one will have...
200 IQ.
200 IQ. Alright. Yeah. Alright, cool. Okay, so... the answer to round number 1, question number 1. Who killed John Lennon? The answer is Mark Chapman. M-A-R-K, new word, C-H-A-P-M-A-N. Mark Chapman.
John Lennon.
Oh, I know. I was going to tell you. Oh, that was the easy answer.
Yeah, that was the
I knew that answer. Okay. So can I take this now?
Okay. For number 2, who did John Hinckley try to kill in the 80s? Number 2, the answer is Ronald Reagan. I think that's how you say his name.
Ronald McDonald.
I don't know if you're in America, you'll Americans say Reagan or Reagan. I assume I said it right. Reagan. Okay, cool. Ronald Reagan, yes. Alright. Number 3. In which city did Al Capone establish his criminal organization? The answer was B, Chicago. Fun fact, up until about 2 months ago, I thought that Al Capone was a fictional character and that Al Pacino was the actual criminal, was the actual mafia guy. And then my husband showed me The Godfather, and I was like, this is nothing that I ever knew before. Amazing. Alright. Number 4, which serial killer led a commune called The Family? It was Charles Manson, the devil himself. The Family. Alright, answer number 5 for who was the last woman to be hanged in Britain, and the bonus point, what year was it? This one's kind of hard, honestly. I never might have known this one. But for number 5, the answer was Ruth Ellis, and the year was 1955. So it was 1 point for Ruth Ellis, 1 point for 1955. Okay, number 6. Oh yeah, okay. O.J. Simpson. Okay, the question was, what year was it that he was convicted of murder? And that was what you asked, whether you could put that. Okay, if you put the actual number of the year, 2000 and whatever it was, or whatever, I'll accept that. Okay. Or the question was, O.J. Simpson, convicted of armed robbery in 2008, was convicted of murder how many years later? The answer was 13. Okay, so...
What you mean,
look,
okay?
I'm not
What am I
going to
screaming
quick
out? What
math,
you mean?
so whatever 2008
What's up?
plus 13 is, if you put that number year, I'll accept that. Okay, but it was 13 years later.
Hosting the trivia night.
Number 7. Who was Jack the Ripper known as during the time of his crimes? I'm pretty sure I heard someone from this side, like, just, like, Shakespeareanize his name. They're like, Jack the the Rippereth or something. I was like, that's pretty cool. But no. He was known at his time as the Whitechapel murderer. Okay? It happened in the Whitechapel area of London, mainly lots of hookers and yeah.
They were called night walkers.
They were called night walkers at that time. Yeah, the Whitechapel. Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
Okay. Number 8. The assassin of which figure was captured at London's Heathrow Airport? We're still in the UK right now. Someone captured in the airport for the assassination of who? It was Martin Luther King. MLK. Now he wasn't killed in London, but he was captured in London. That's the kicker there. He was apprehended at the airport.
I didn't know that. It's the FBI killed Martin King.
It was the FBI.
FBI did it.
Yeah, probably. All right. Number 9. Which member of Marvin Gaye's family shot him? It was his father. Very, very sad family tragedy there. Gives a whole new feel to that song. Father, Father, there's too many of us dying. That's not actually how it's described, anyway. Alright, number 10. This spiritual leader in India, also known as the Indian lawyer, was assassinated in 1948. Who was that leader known as the Indian lawyer? It was Mahatma Gandhi.
So that was the end of the first round, so there's 3 more rounds. So if you guys want to play along at home, it's 10 questions, 3 more rounds.
Alright, so now you can go ahead and swap back your paper with the team. So basically get your paper back. Get your team's paper back. You'll know it's your team because it hopefully has your team's name on it. So whoever's table it's on, just swap it back. That's alright. This one was. Yeah. Yes. Alright. I'll do that in the between now and 2. Yeah. So if every team has got your paper back for your own team, hope you're feeling pretty pleased with yourselves. Maybe you've learned something different. I don't know yet. Each of those in that last round, each question was worth 1. The bonus point was also worth 1. Okay. In this next round, everything is going to be worth 2. Okay. And bonuses are worth 1. Okay. So so this round, each question is worth 2 points if it's correct, and bonus is worth 1. All right. So section 2, here we go. Question number 1. The St. Valentine's Massacre is associated with which famous criminal? Okay, the St. Valentine's Massacre is associated with which famous criminal? Number 2. Question number 2, section 2. Who was the most let me start that again. I'm stumbling over my words. Who was the most prolific known serial killer in United States history? Who was the most prolific known serial killer in the United States history?
We just looked at it. We just.
Well, I hope you just remembered. All right.
Cheers.
Number 3. In Chicago, criminal H.H. Holmes, as in Sherlock Holmes, but just spelled like that, all right? In Chicago, criminal H.H. Holmes had a house that eventually bore which nickname? That's a funny question. Okay, question number 4. Question number 4. Which serial killer proclaimed that a demonic dog commanded him to commit murder? Y'all are getting way too excited about all of this. You're like, oh my god, I know the guy who killed all the people! Which serial killer proclaimed that a demonic dog commanded him to commit murder? That seems like a real cop-out to me, to be honest. The dog told me. That's honestly, of all the things he could make up in court to try and explain away the terrible things, the dog told me to. That's literally like the killer version of the dog ate my homework. Ridiculous. All right, number 5. Which serial killer enjoyed dressing up as a clown at charity events? And for 1 extra point, what was his clown name? The clown's name, okay?
Just 1 extra point.
1 extra point for the clown's name.
Ronald McDonald is
We gotta watch some which episode are we starting? Okay. Yeah.
Alright. Again, number 5. Which serial killer enjoyed dressing up as a clown at charity events? And for the extra 1 point, what was his clown name? That would be a very creative way to use up all the space on your paper, wouldn't it? But you couldn't write them all down and then I just choose one. No, just choose one you think works. Okay, number 6. How did the Angel of Death kill most of his elderly patients? Okay. Number 6. How did the Angel of Death kill most of his elderly patients? And you've been kindly left with a hint here. Who would like a hint? Hint? All right. Okay. The hint is he felt he was relieving patients of suffering.
Just a big old hammer to the head.
Okay, so how did the angel of death kill most of his elderly patients? All right, question number 7. How long did it take to exonerate the Central Park 5 of rape? 5, 7, or 13 years? Again, how long did it take to exonerate the Central Park 5 of rape? 5, 7, or 13 years? Okay, question number 8. Right, now this question is split into A and B, okay? So A is 1 point, B is 1 point. What was the trash bag killer known for? Okay, sorry, what was the trash bag serial killer known for? Okay, so A is how many victims, and B is what was the demographic of his victims, okay? So you can give, I would say, anywhere between 2 and 5 words as a description or whatever, okay? So what was the trash bag serial killer known for? A, how many victims? And B, the demographic of his victims.
Demographic. It's very broad.
Well, you're just a different demographic than I am. I mean, we're in the same age demographic, but once you take gender out of it and country out of it, then it's totally different. But this person had a particular empire. They don't all, but this one.
Okay. Question number 9. I'm just going to pronounce this how I think it's pronounced. William Hirons. It's H-E-I-R-E-N-S. I'm assuming Hirons. William Hirons became famous for leaving messages to the cops written in what? He became famous for leaving messages to the cops, the police, written in what? Get creative.
PowerPoint slide.
I'll put it on the sound.
All right. And question number 10. Ted Bundy once worked at what kind of organization? Have you seen either of the 2 movies made about him in the last 10 years? 5 years? It was referenced. Ted Bundy once worked at what kind of organization?
Nobody else will do it.
It changes the Don't let him break that.
Yes, part of your workshop.
Okay, does anyone need me to repeat any of the questions? Would anyone like a question repeat of any of the numbers? No? Oh, yes. 1 and 5. Okay. So question number 1. The St. Valentine's Massacre is associated with which famous criminal? And question number 5. Okay, question number 5. For 2 points, which serial killer enjoyed dressing up as a clown at charity events? And for an extra 1 point on question 5, what was his clown name? Okay, so you want the name of the serial killer and their clown name that they dressed up as.
Emma, I'm going to bring them all back to make sure no one's cheated or marked anyone's wrongly. And then I will add up their points. And then we'll stop. Wait.
Alright, if you are feeling confident and good about those answers, you can swap with one of the tables near or closest to you. Again, just make sure you don't have your own, so as long as you've got someone else's test paper, not test paper, what am I talking about? Quiz paper.
How are you?
How are you today? I'm good. How are you? How old are you? I'm good. How old are you? I'm good, thank you, teacher.
Okay, okay. Has everyone swapped papers? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so
Nice.
let's go through section 2. The answers. Alright, so section 2. Question 1. The question, the St. Valentine's Massacre is associated with which famous criminal? The answer is Al Capone. Al Capone. And in which city was it? Chicago. Chicago. I want to eat this pizza from Chicago. I can do Chicago, I can do. Oh my god, I'm like so excited about this. I'm Callie from the Valley. That's my Valley accent.
Yes, she sounds like you.
I haven't gotten the southern accent so down yet. Alright. Number 2. Who was the most prolific known serial killer in the United States? Now, one thing about this question, most prolific known serial killer, in that they've confessed to the police and the police have been able to find down and track bodies, okay? Known serial killer. That's not to mean that there aren't other serial killers out there with huge body counts that just were too smart for the police, alright? We don't know. Okay, so, but the answer for that is Gary Ridgway. Gary Ridgway was the most prolific known serial killer. Okay. Question number 3. We are back in Chicago. Criminal H.H. Holmes had a house that eventually bore which nickname? It was called the Murder Castle. The Murder Castle. Listen, if somebody said Murder Mansion, you can give them the 2 points for that, okay? Murder Castle, Murder Mansion.
It's a big house.
It is a big, yeah, giant, big, scary killer house. All right. Number 4. This one's funny. Which serial killer proclaimed that a demonic dog commanded him to commit murder? It was David Berkovitz. Berkowitz. David Berkovitz. All right. Sorry?
For number 4.
Number 4? Was that his nickname?
Yes.
Absolutely, sure. Son of Sam. Yeah, go ahead and put Son of Sam. I don't know as much about American serial killers as that. Yeah, okay. But I like that. That's cool. Cool. All right. Number 5. Which serial killer enjoyed dressing up as a clown at charity events? And for an extra point, what was his clown name? The serial killer was John Wayne Gacy, and his nickname was Pogo. P-O-G-O. Pogo the Clown. If anyone has been to the Grave Face Museum in Savannah, Georgia, you may have been into the room with all of his paintings of clowns and of himself. Definitely recommend it. Highly recommend it. If you like weird, creepy stuff like this right now, go see that. Alright, number 6. How did the angel of death kill most of his elderly patients? And the hint was he felt he was relieving patients of suffering. He drugged them. Okay, so he used drugs. And he was called the angel of death because he was able to get the drugs easily. Those elderly patients, yeah. He was putting them out of their misery. So he thought, yes?
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because if he didn't overdose them with drugs, they wouldn't be dead. They'd just have drugs in their system, so that works, yeah.
That's a good What a nice guy.
Alright, number 7. How long did it take to exonerate the Central Park 5 of rape? 5, 7, or 2? That's right, damn right, too long. Too damn long. And it was too damn long. It was 13 years. 13 years. Okay. Question number 8. Now remember, this one had the 2 parts, A and B. So, what was the the trash bag serial killer known for? Number 1. How many victims? He killed 21 people. Okay, 21 was the number. So that was A. And B, the demographic of his victims was young men and boys. Okay, young men and boys. If you say teen boys, if you say young men, young boys, teen boys, anything like that, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, number 9. William Hirons became famous for leaving messages to the cops written in what? The answer is lipstick. Lipstick. I think that's very clever. If someone was going to profile you and you were leaving messages in lipstick, they probably wouldn't profile a man immediately, you know? That's pretty smart. Alright, and number 10. Ted Bundy once worked at what kind of organization? He worked at a suicide prevention hotline. Alright, so once you have marked those, you can actually bring the papers up to me. So if you've marked someone else's, if they want to check their score or whatever, that's fine. But then please everyone bring your papers up here and you can take a break time. I mean, you can take a break time anytime, this isn't school. But if you'd like to go and get a drink now, or go to the toilet, or take a smoke, or vape, get some ice cream, get a croissant, get a sandwich, make some friends, stay hydrated, all of the things. Yeah, you can do that. Thank you.
Sherlock Holmes. Trivia night. TikTok.
Apparently that's actually the answer. I can save you some time. We did just I can save you some time. We did not do that. We didn't read the book yet.
Okay. I am
In fairness, we killed those people yesterday.
It just happened. Yeah. It's very.
I'll give them. You know what? I'll tell everyone. I'll give them yeah, that was good. Yes. All right, thank you. Thank
That was just that round.
So we're like halfway through the trivia night. 20 more questions.
Yeah, 2 or 3 minutes. No, stop. Because it's good. It's good to pick up
Alright, that's a mess. I don't know who's been watching the first half, but that was it's pretty interesting. Ella was like already scheduled to host this like a month ago, so I figured it was like, why not stream it? Just have something to stream tonight. So we're about to start the third round, and then should finish in like 45 minutes or so, 50 minutes. And tomorrow we're gonna stream a concert, a little block party concert, maybe Saturday too. I was supposed to go to a car show, a lowrider show on Saturday, but it's like $40 for a ticket, so I was like, nah.
Hey, I mean, I'm not wrong.
It's too rich for my blood. Anyway, it's been raining all week, so I'm glad to get out the house now this weekend and do some stuff. It's the struggles of IRL streaming. It's like you're at the mercy of God and the elements. Evening time. Hey, Texas time. What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. So, Yeah, we're just doing some trivia. My wife's hosting a trivia night, so I figured I'd come over here and stream it. We're about to start the second half. It's about like serial killers and true crime and stuff, so it's been pretty interesting. One of the toughest things to do in streaming worlds IRL. Fuck yeah, man. Oh god, yes. It's very hard, very expensive too. But it's fun, and it gives you a reason to like get out of the house a little bit and I don't know, just interact with people and stuff. So, but yeah, it's very hard. 11 though.
Get a chance to do some car shows here and there. It's not like super
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I want to go to this car show. I'm going to go to a little car meet on Sunday. I wanted to go to one on Saturday, but it's like $40 to get in, so I'm like, it's too much. Yeah. I like car shows. Because I did a lot of photography for years, so I did a lot of car photography. So that's how I kind of got involved.
They haven't even seen Rocky. They went and watched Rocky 4 without Rocky 1.
I streamed a little car meet last Sunday. That was pretty good. There's like a hurricane or something going on in the southeast right now, so it's just been raining every day. Yeah, I know for sure. I'd pay like $20 for a car show, but $40 that's crazy. $20 if it's a nice one. $40 is too much. $40 is what they charge like the car to get in. So if they charge it for spectators $40, it's just way too much. I can find other stuff to do that on Saturday that won't. I can spend that $40 on like food and drinks.
More drinks I have.
Cheers. Cheers, Texas. Yeah, it's true. Come August. It's true. Right now it's just a bit much. I don't know how it is in Texas right now, though. Try to find the ones that let me stream and they're free. Yeah, definitely. I think I stream pretty much all of them. Most of them have media stuff. I tried to apply for a media pass for the one on Saturday, but they're not giving out media passes. So. I'll show you my kick cards. So I got these business cards printed out to make me look more like legit, so I can get media passes.
We really didn't get that many right. We just got more right than we thought we would get.
So you got the kick logo. So I use that to kind of just fake it till I make it.
Meat and cheese. Meat and cheese and crackers.
Caleb,
Sure.
charcuterie board.
Yeah, it's still like, you gotta say it.
You have to like give out those cards and try to network and stuff like that. I got asked to leave the last one I went to. They need to apply for a permit. Yeah, damn, that's wild. Yeah, and more have problems streaming IRL with like just random people on the streets that think I'm filming them for whatever reason. That's probably the biggest problem for IRL streaming in America. It's like a lot of people get butthurt. Like they don't have a bunch of cameras already all around them, so.
I don't know if it's mine. One of them has lipstick all over it. The other one has this one looks like all right.
Yeah, thank you. So I say fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I was also like known of this fact like in the third time. So I have to be very pleased with that one. I just went out as answers, but yeah, I was like, where? Like usually he's like very like research. So yes, no, so well, little is
Hey everybody, we're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. If you'd like to come and grab your papers from up the front here, I've graded them. So as you're coming, your team is coming to grab your marking paper. I'm going to tell everyone your scores so far. Alright, so TikTok, it's Coulter Clark, are leading the charge at 23.5 points. Sherlock Holmes coming in second at 22 points. And third is Trivia Night coming in with 17 points. And we have All Kill No Skill at 13 points. Evie at 8.
Oh, that was June 8th.
And Alexis at 7 so far. Alright, now we are only halfway through, everybody. We have two full lots of rounds to get through. Y'all, I thought all of y'all were like mad geniuses for knowing that Ruth, whatever her name was, the last chick to get hanged and what year it was. I was like, damn, how do these people know that? It's about England. How do these people know about like English true crime? You know, it's all the way across the Flippin' Atlantic. I was really surprised, and then I just went and looked at the Ground and Pound Instagram page and saw on the story that Jen let everyone know the answer to that one today. I was like, oh. I was like, you what? On that note, an international crime. This, you can put this anywhere on your page. Okay, anywhere on your page. Just write bonus question. Okay, but this is a bonus question that I decided to add in for everyone. Now, there are two parts to this question. Oh, sorry, no, this one only has one part. Sorry, okay. So this is international crime for y'all. This one's from my home country of Australia. Alright, so in what year did Australia experience its worst mass shooting? It was 35 people, prompting Conservative Prime Minister John Howard to ban all semi-automatic rifles and all semi-automatic and pump-action shotguns only 2 weeks later. Okay, so the question is what year? So there was a massacre of 35 people, our worst mass shooting, and 2 weeks later, the Prime Minister banned all semi-automatic weapons and all pump-action weapons and any other kind of automatic weapon like that. Okay, what year did that happen? It's the War of the Rabbits and Cats. The year. And it was 35 people, not 35 kangaroos. If it was 35 kangaroos, someone would just be having a barbecue. Okay, I'll read it again. So, in what year did Australia experience its... Oh, sorry, there is no second part. Sorry, I didn't clarify that. There's just the one answer. What year was it, okay? What year did it happen? A mass shooting, Prime Minister banned all automatic weapons. 2 weeks later, after the shooting, what year was it? Okay, so just have that little, just write bonus somewhere on the page and put a circle in it so I know that you answered it when I look at them all at the end. But let's get back into our questions from Mr. Jenner. Alright, starting off nice and strong for section 3. Okay, section 3, question 1. What was Charles Manson's reasoning for killing Sharon Tate and her friends? What was his reasoning for killing Sharon Tate and her friends? Now, because this answer, obviously, it's not like a closed question. It's not one answer or something. As long as the idea behind it is mentioned in however you decide to answer the question as like a sentence or whatever, I'll consider it, okay? Okay, so what was Charles Manson's reasoning for killing Sharon Tate and her friends? Not how, not when, why. What was his reasoning? Okay, number 2. This serial killer was never caught and had over 100 people taken in as suspects. Okay, so you want to say the name of the serial killer. This killer was never caught, but over 100 people were taken into the police station as suspects of being this serial killer. Who was the serial killer? You want to say the name.
That's pretty recent.
Okay. Question number 3. Metal Fang, a cannibal, was known for what? Number 3. Metal Fang, a cannibal, was known for what? What was he known for? What was his signature, per se?
I'm watching for cheaters.
Okay. Number 4. What did the giggling granny use to kill 11 members of her family including 4 husbands.
She's greater.
The giggling granny. What did she use to kill 11 family members, including 4 husbands? 4 of them. Can you imagine having to go through the dating process 4 times to get married? Oh my, I would just let him in on the secret and be like, look, this is the MO. It's either you're in or you're out.
The Riz is great.
Alright? Oh. Right or die, as they say.
Maybe the 4 husbands got found out. We got cheated.
Oh, maybe it was all at the same time.
4 husbands at the same time. They all found out about each other, so she had to wipe them all out.
You know what? That makes a lot more sense. Yes, that's
They're all different.
okay. That's but yes,
Alright,
that's how I'm
Texas.
gonna
Enjoy your
remember.
dinner.
I'm gonna remember this fact from now on.
Eat some good food.
Okay. So what did the giggling granny use? That was the modus operandi. What did she use to kill 11 members of her family, including 4 husbands? Number 5. Billy the Kid was said to have killed 27 people, but in reality killed less than 10. How many people did he kill? Okay. Billy the Kid was said to have killed 27 people, but in reality killed less than 10. How many people did he kill? I want to give a number, and the in the question was less than 10.
Different crime.
All right. All right. Number 6. Number 6, y'all. Which serial killer
Sure, I might not do it.
kept heads and other organs in his freezer? Which serial killer kept heads and other organs in his freezer?
Any shower will do.
Ooh,
Kelly
heads
Clarkson.
and organs in his freezer. Not ridiculous.
Kelly Clarkson.
All right. Number 7. Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, was known for what?
Giant. What the hell else was he known for? It's really big tattoos.
Oh, sorry. Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, was known for what?
For being able to lick his elbow.
Okay, number 8. This serial killer, Captain Crunch. Lucky jump. Okay, alright, sorry. This serial killer sent complex coded messages to the media. What was their name? What was their serial killer name?
Can you repeat that one, please?
This serial killer sent complex coded messages to the media. What was their serial killer name?
Butterfly on a wheel. That's some sort of superhero movie.
All right. Number 9. Convicted of 48 murders, the Green River Killer actually confessed to killing around how many people? Okay, he was convicted of 48, right? So known murders. The Green River Killer actually confessed to killing around how many people? Give me an approximate number, okay? Just around.
It's like approximately 70 to 100.
Rigor mortis. Maybe.
Okay. And our final question for round number 3. What were Aileen Wuornos, a serial killer that worked as a prostitute and killed her victims' last words? Okay? Was it A, they deserved it? B, I'll be back? Or C, thank God it's over? Okay? So what were Aileen Wuornos, a serial killer that worked as a prostitute and killed her victims' last words? A, they deserved it. B, I'll be back. Or C, thank God it's over.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okie dokie. Would anyone like me to repeat any of the questions in this round? Does anyone want to hear a question again? Yes, number 3? Yep. Okay, question number 3. Metal Fang, a cannibal, was known for what? Anyone else need a repeated question? Alrighty then. Well, if everyone is good, can you swap your paper with a table near you? Make sure you don't have your own paper. Make sure that you're swapped in so you've got someone else's team's paper. Not that I don't trust you to mark your own, but often if you mark your own, people get like really bummed out about like incorrect spellings or like, 1 year off and stuff, and they're like, oh, so if you mark someone else's, it just gets rid of that. Alright, so let's go through the answers for section 3. Alright.
Question. How many points is it per question?
Oh, how many points per question? This one. Each question is worth 2 points.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's no bonus point. Oh, well, except I gave you that extra random bonus question about Australia. But there's no bonus points written into this round, okay? Alright, so number 1. What was Charles Manson's reasoning for killing Sharon Tate and her friends? He was hoping it would start a race war, okay? So if the answer at all mentions race war, any sort of like race division, anything about racism, if it mentions that, the answer mentions that, then you can mark that correctly. If it's not anything like that, mark it as no. But if it's like somewhat correct, you know, because every question is worth 2 points, you can opt to give one. I will check at the end to make sure. But yeah. Okay. Number 2. This serial killer was never caught and had over 100 people taken in as suspects. It was Jack the Ripper, or the Whitechapel murderer, or the murderer of Whitechapel as a group. Okay, never caught. He was never caught, so that means, what does that mean? He's still out there.
Could be in this room right now.
Don't go to London. Alright. Okay. Question number 3. Metal Fang, a cannibal, was known for what? His white metal teeth. Okay? If you say his metal teeth, it's fine. I don't know why them having to be white is important, but I would say, look, his metal teeth, which is kind of self-explanatory in the question, let's be honest. But yes, his metal teeth, that was important. My boy was not eating people with his own teeth. It doesn't work like that. I don't know, but I don't think it does. Alright. Number 4. What did the giggling granny use to kill 11 members of her family, including 4 husbands? It was poison. Poison.
That girl is poison.
She fed them poison. Yeah. Poison. Okay. Billy the Kid was said to have killed 27 people, but in reality killed less than 10. How many people did he kill? The answer is 8. Okay? 8 is the answer. At least by my notes. As they were. Okay. Question number 6. Which serial killer kept heads and other organs in the freezer? It was Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm sure there have been many others who have done it. Often, though, it will go along with kept them in the freezer and then ate them, alright? As far as we know, Jeffrey Dahmer didn't really... He did a little tiny bit of cannibalism, but mostly... He was just like keeping the parts for, I don't know, a weird art project or something. Okay, number 7. Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, was known for what? He was known for mailing bombs to several people before being caught. So if you said he was known for mailing bombs, sending bombs in the mail, yeah, that's anything like that. Postal service bombs, bombs in the post, anything like that, I will accept. Okay, number 8. This serial killer sent complex coded messages to the media. It was the Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer. Yes. Number 9. Convicted of around 48 murders, the Green River Killer actually confessed to killing around how many people? Okay, the answer was... I know this is really vague and kind of broad, guys. I'm sorry, I'm going by what I've got here. It is around 100. Okay, around 100. 100 is the... There was confession sort of like... You know how killers do that thing where they're like, oh yeah, I killed that person, and then they're like 2 days later, what? No, I don't know how that person died. I don't know that. You know, it was kind of that situation. So there was like some that they were like...
So what would be the cutoff since you said like approximately? What would be like?
100. Because the... Around... No, the question is around. The number is 100. Okay, number 10. What were Aileen Wuornos, a serial killer who worked as a prostitute and killed her victims' last words? They were B. I'll be back. Isn't that weird? Isn't that so weird? Like, hopefully not. Please don't come around again. Like, bye, man. Good question, double check. Oh! 1996 was the answer to the Australian bonus question. 1996. Many years ago. Yes. Yes, we proudly have not had any sort of automatic gun violence in our country since then. Also, Australia has a really cool visa that you can do if you're under 30 years old. You can go there for a working visa and go and work in Australia legally and make Australian money for a year while traveling around. And if you fill out some forms and stuff, you can stay for an extra year. Just so you know. Not that either of those things are related, but just so you know. Anyway, alright, we're gonna get into... All of those were worth 2 points, okay? We're gonna get into our final round. For this round, every answer will be worth 1 point, okay? Every answer is worth 1 point, and any extra points I'll let you know about. Any bonus points will be worth 1 point as well, okay? Oh, did everyone swap their papers back with the other team? Yep, everyone, sorry. Just checking. Alright, cool. Alright. Is everyone having fun so far? Who loves learning about true crime? Yeah! Cool. Does anyone have any, oh, here's a fun one. This isn't for any points, just shout them out. Let's get, a little bit weird or a little bit dark for a second. I don't mind. What would be if someone was like, listen, this is a very bad person and they need to go down and I'll give you 100 million to do it. What would be your modus operandi? Okay? What would, or operandi, what would be, how would you do it?
I would take the money and run. Disappear.
Take the money and run. Yeah. You know what? $100 million, you could buy yourself a whole new life, new identity. Bye. What was it? And it's a kind of as a kind of drug, and it mimics a heart attack, and so it's untraceable because they. Okay, all right. So when they do the autopsy,
She's put some thought into that one.
Oh, it was a heart attack, and then they
check her on her husband.
All right, okay.
You know who's writing you down right now?
I read my favorite one. I read a lot of crime fiction. I've watched so many crime shows. I love a lot of true crime. I just read a lot of crime. I just really enjoy it. And the one, I guess the one method that I read in a book one time that I was like, damn, that's crazy. Someone was taking around, for all intents and purposes, a pet blue ring octopus in a little tank, and then at opportune moments with their victims that they were had their mark on, they would let the little octopus go and bite their victims, and their victims would get paralyzed and die. And because it's such a rare neurotoxin, because why the hell is there a blue ringed octopus, in the middle of Prague in Czechoslovakia? They just they didn't know, and I was like, whoa! I mean, that would take a lot of planning, and imagine carrying around a like a little handbag, that's weird. Anyway, I thought that was cool. Not to give anyone any ideas or anything.
That's why you got that receipt from that quality.
Oh yeah, that's why I had the fish store the other day. Alright. We've got 10 questions in section 4. Question number 1 point. 1 point. Alright. Section 4. Question number 1. The Netflix show Making a Murderer tells the story of a man wrongly incarcerated for 18 years for a crime he didn't commit. What was his name? If you're a Netflix person, this was it was right at the beginning of the pandemic, right? When everyone was just kind of staying home because they were
Season 1 came out years ago.
oh, this, okay, right, okay. Making a Murderer tells the story of a man wrongly He didn't commit. What was his name?
Big oil.
Okay. Question 2. What 2 characteristics does a certified psychopath lack? Okay, certified, meaning they've gone and been evaluated by a professional. Certified. You can't just go and call someone in traffic a psychopath, okay? Well, you can. If you want to find out if that person in traffic is a psychopath, follow them for a bit, and then when they get out of their car, park next to them and jam your hand in your car door and see their reaction. And if they don't show anything, probably a psychopath. Alright. What 2 characteristics does a psychopath, or a certified psychopath lack? Okay. Question number 3. For 1 point. For 1 point. What is the name of an unidentified male corpse? Okay. What is the name of an unidentified male corpse?
Steve. Kevin.
Chad. And for 1 extra point, what is the name of an unidentified female corpse?
That's right. Becky with the big butt. Becky with a big butt.
There we go.
Oh my god.
Oh
Look at that.
my God. Look at that. All right. Question number 4. To be considered a serial killer, how many unlawful homicides must a person conduct? And I'm going to add extra in there because this is important. There's an important distinction between 2 particular terms. So, how many how many kills must a person conduct? Okay, for an extra bonus point, in what amount of time must it happen? For someone to be considered a serial killer. Okay, so to be considered a serial killer, how many unlawful homicides must a person conduct? And for an extra bonus point, over what length of time does it have to be considered to be a serial killer?
That's the best thing I've ever Right back out. He was dead serious.
Yep. I would enter this yet.
Okay, question number 5. And listen, I need both names, first and last name, okay? First and last name. Who was the romantic partner of Clyde Chestnut Barrow? Who was... Did you say Saddam Hussein?
What
Wow. Who was the romantic partner of Clyde Chestnut Barrow? Lady Barrow, as it were.
Mrs. Walnut Barrow. Cashew. Can't stand aside her mother.
Brazil nuts. Mrs. Schroeder. You guess it, Mrs. Schroeder. Hello, it's Mrs. Schroeder. Schroeder.
Oh, yes? Oh, repeat the question. Yes. Who was the romantic partner of Clyde Chestnut Barrow? Okay, number 6. Children of what age are more likely to be killed by another person? I know, isn't that horrifying? Children of what age are more likely to be killed by another person?
Okay.
When you first started asking this question, that's a range, though.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna give you guys a little hint in this because I feel like it was a little bit kind of vague the way the question was asked. So I'm going to say under what age are children most likely to be killed by another person? Okay, under what age? So give me an age, if you, right? Okay.
15.
You know what I want? I really want a Toyota Solara, or Camry Solara, whatever it is, the one that has a thing. I want that one, or I want a Honda convertible. I just really want a convertible. I saw a Solara for under $5,000. I can get a Kia Soul, but I really want a convertible. I want to live my American dream.
Okay. All right. Number 7. In 1962, where did Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin escape from? In 1962, where did Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin escape from?
Now, this is my favorite, though.
Okay, number 8. Which serial killer killed 17 people in their Milwaukee home between 1978 and 1991 when they were finally incarcerated? Which serial killer killed 17 people in their Milwaukee home between 1978 and 1991 when they were finally incarcerated? Go with your gut. Whatever your gut tells you, go with it.
Bro, what is in Milwaukee?
Question number 9. Harold Shipman, a British serial killer that killed 218 patients, became better known as what? Harold Shipman, a British serial killer that killed 218 patients, became better known as what?
The guy who's on the Monopoly. box.
I've been
They've been known as the what? The nuts.
I'll give you a clue. It starts with D. D's nuts.
Got him.
Oh, got him. All right. Okay, all right. Even I made myself loving these guys. I'm like, yeah. Oh. All right. And our final question of the evening. All right. This serial killer received fan mail from all over the world after his performance at his live trial. This serial killer received fan mail from all over the world after his performance at his live trial.
Ellen, can you repeat 3? We have 11 answers, which I think is wrong.
Okay, all right. Question 3.
Was it an A?
Was it 3 A and B?
Yeah. So, question number 3 for anyone who might be a little confused. Question 3. What is the name of an unidentified male corpse? And for an extra point, what is the name of an unidentified female corpse?
Wait, what?
That person's car horn is tuned to an A. All right. Would anyone else like me to repeat any of the questions? Does anyone need any repeats? Yes? Question number 8? Yes? Okay. So which serial killer killed 17 people in their Milwaukee home between 1978 and 1999 when they were finally incarcerated?
We're so bad. We are so bad.
Right. Any other repeats needed? Good. Okay, everyone. So if you're good and ready, go ahead and swap your paper with the table next door.
No way. No way.
She's gonna come up.
Children under a certain age.
¿Qué pasa?
For the children under a certain age,
The oldest one?
The kids that have to be under a certain age, and I'm just unrelated. What's the age of the oldest living person? Okay, the joke is just put that and say under 100.
I was like,
Sorry.
that's very clever. Alright, so if everyone has swapped your paper with the table next door, let's go through our answers. Section 4, question number 1. The Netflix show Making a Murderer tells the story of a man wrongly incarcerated for 18 years for a crime he didn't commit. What was his name? His name was Stephen Avery. Stephen Avery. I don't really mind how you spelt it. You could spell Stephen with a PH or with a B. However. Okay. Question number 2. What 2 characteristics does a certified psychopath lack? Okay, so they've been through the testing, and professional has come up with this and found that they lack in empathy and remorse. Okay? Empathy and remorse. Now, this question is worth 1. So if the team got one of those words, they give them a half point. Okay? If they got neither, nothing. But empathy and remorse. Okay?
Wait, guilt is the same thing as remorse, right?
No. No, guilty is feeling bad because you might get in trouble, and remorse is feeling bad because you're a good person. Sorry, it's not broken. Oh, wait, no, it's okay. All right. Question number 3. What is the name of an unidentified male corpse? It is a John Doe. John Doe, okay? If you didn't know how to spell it, you spelled dough like as in like Play-Doh or like Dover cake, that's fine. John Doe. And for a woman, it is Jane Doe, okay? So John and Jane. So 1 point for John, 1 point for Jane. They both John and Jane Doe. Okay, question number 4. To be considered a serial killer, how many unlawful homicides must a person conduct? They must conduct 3, okay? And the amount of time minimum that it can be over is at least a month, okay? Because if the reason that's important is because if somebody kills 3 people in one day, that's not a serial killer, that's a mass murderer. They just were having an off day. But if a serial killer goes home, washes their clothes and feels some remorse, and then overcomes that and does it again, or doesn't feel any remorse and thinks that was fun, run it back, then that is how you know that that's a serial killer, alright? Because there's time taken to cool down, alright?
Is that again, do we get half points if one of those is true?
One point for each of them, okay? So 1 point for the first, 1 point for the second. Alright, number 5. Who was the romantic partner of Clyde Chestnut Barrow? And I said, to get the point, you had to have both names. It was Bonnie Parker. Okay, so Bonnie wasn't enough. It must be Bonnie Parker.
Are we doing half?
Okay. It had to be the whole name for the point. Alright. Question number 6. Children under what age are more likely to be killed by another person? And it's under 1 year, okay? Under 1 year. I don't know, truly, I don't know when Jenna wrote this, if he was thinking through like a human rights lens, like, you know, like unborn babies is what I'm trying to say, you know, fetuses, embryos, whatever. I don't know if that's what he was thinking, but the answer here on the notes is under 1 year, okay? Under 1 year, they're most likely dead. 7. In 1962, where did Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin escape from? Alcatraz. Alcatraz. You can say Alcatraz prison, Alcatraz island, whatever. Alcatraz is the place. Yes. Number 8. Which serial killer killed 17 people in their Milwaukee home between 1978 and 1991 when they were finally arrested? Finally incarcerated. And the answer again was Jeffrey Dahmer. So if that was what you were thinking because you watched the series recently about him, then you were probably like, yeah, that's my first thought. Go with your gut. So go with your gut, yeah. I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer is interesting because he wasn't just a serial killer. Like, he wasn't just a serial killer. He was... Oh, you know. If you've seen the show, you know. All right. Number 8. Harold Shipman, a British serial killer that killed 218 patients, became better known as what? As what? Dusty what?
Dusty Geezer.
Dusty Geezer. Dusty Geezer. And the men from Peaky Blinders. That's great. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's what his friends called him. But he was known as Dr. Death. Dr. Death. Dr. Death. And the final answer for this evening, this serial killer received fan mail from all over the world after his performance at his live trial, and it was Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy. Theodore. So, go through. Every answer in this one is 1 point, okay?
It's giving our
Dusty Geezer.
And when you've added them up, please bring all the papers up here to me. And then I'm going to read each of the teams. I'm going to read all your scores out in a minute.
Dusty Geezer.
Dusty Geezer. That needs to be your trivia team name next time.
We changed it, Jackson.
Thank you. I also do that on a regular basis. Yeah, I'm that person. Thank you. He put that in here. He wrote it down. I forgot to mention it. Wait. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. Is that one way that you guys tweak the ankle? Start. Okay, cool. Awesome. Alright, thank you. Alright, I think I have all the papers. So just chat amongst yourselves. Give me 5 minutes. I'm just going to quickly add up all the points and then I'll read them out for you all again.
Should do some math.
What did it say? It's supposed to
Okay, that's it. Alright.
Okay, so
Bro, you got me dirty, bro. You did me dirty, bro. You did me dirty, bro. I'm gonna get a haircut.
We're almost done calculating.
Yeah, that's pretty much that's my old I put you in one set. I thought it's classic. Bro, I got kicked out of the
Let me get into it.
Take Abby's chair.
Can I just ask a question? You guys are TikTok o'clock, right?
We are.
No, you guys are TikTok o'clock. Okay.
Do you need me to come up there?
No, it's okay. I'm just. Okay, so wait, you guys are. Okay, all right, cool. I just had the papers and wrong in my head.
He said,
Okie dokie. So, I hope everyone, first of all, has had a really good night. There's been some really funny answers. Thank you for making me laugh. Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you for sitting and letting me host this evening. Thank you to Sophia and the team. We love Ground and Pound. Make sure that you check out all the other things going on this month here at Ground and Pound. The live music here is awesome, and I'm not saying that just because I was singing here this month. It is really I am biased, but it's also really awesome here. There's really cool things going on, and if you've been here before, you know the community here is super cool, super welcoming, really awesome people, really friendly. And trivia happens every Thursday night. It will be the back to your regular program with Mr. Jenna next week. But thank you for letting me sit in and do his job for him for True Crime Night. It was actually really fitting that it landed on me for tonight because I love true crime. I'm going to go home and read a book about a fictional female serial killer and probably go to sleep, you know? Is that how it is? Just yeah, if you like a good kind of like my headspin series, it's kind of got a similar vibe in regards to like character relationships as the TV show Hannibal with Mads Mikkelsen, but this book series is called the Gretchen Lowell Archie Sheridan series. Highly recommend. All right. So I tallied up all of the points. I included costumes. There were an extra 2 points per costume. If you've been here to Trivia, you would know that a costume earns your team some extra points. So we gave a few extra points out over in this corner. But I'm gonna get right to it. So, in 6th place we have Linksys with 19 points. In 5th place with 22.5 points we have Evie. In 4th place at 37 points we have All Kill No Skill. I'm telling you, these guys made a huge hell of a comeback. Very big comeback. That was wow. Formerly known as Trivia Night, but now known as the Jackson 5, coming just in a little bit closer than All Kill No Skill was the Jackson 5 at 38.5. At number 2, 2nd place, I was like, I have to count backwards. In 2nd place, we have the Sherlock Homies at 45 points. Very good work, everybody. Honestly, you all have done it so amazingly, really. And topping off tonight with a whopping 50.5 points. 50.5 points with a very fitting name. TikTok, it's Cult O'Clock. Big round of applause! It's you ladies up here, eh? Amazing. So come right down here. We're going to get some photos with the winning team, and we'd love to present you with your trophies. So thank you everyone so much for coming out and playing tonight. This happens every Thursday. It may be a little bit different it probably is very different when Jenna does it. But if you only give the first time try, definitely come back down and check out Ground and Pound. There's some great events happening here. The staff are awesome. They support local music, live music. So check it all out. But have a great night, y'all, and thank you so much.
Shante.
That was amazing. I was.
This is the second time we're rapping. This is the second time. Battle of Greed is serial killer. We missed one question. It was so they do.
Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun.
And then you start from one, I believe so. And then you one. Yeah. Kind of like. But we listen to different podcasts. So, yes. Yes.
Have you watched listen to the podcast? It's in New Zealand. It's about family.
No.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, 'cause she listens to True Crime Obsessed a lot.
Yeah, it's a true crime comedy podcast. Okay, cool.
I listened to the last podcast on the left. They're not serious. It's like dude bros talking about true crime.
Okay.
A lot of people recommend that.
Yeah, you have to have like that kind of dude bro sense of humor because they mock the serial killers a lot. Like one of them does impressions and it'll just like the impressions of like
Thank you.
Israel Keys, the serial killer, apparently had a really distinct laugh and he'll like overdo a laugh in the middle of it. So like different things like that. Yeah, thank you so much. That was there are a bunch of questions I have no idea.
Yeah, there was some interesting ones. Yeah, and some of them, I didn't actually I didn't write the questions out. I edited a couple of them to make them stuff. But yeah, there was a few in there. Just my probably opposite to you guys in my knowledge of serial killers. I know a little bit about like some of the international.
Yeah, right.
Having been from overseas, so even just doing my reading and like going through all the different it's kind of like, wow, this is interesting.
I know, right? I'm very glad that I got the Australia year right though because
I guess so that
I've been using that year when talking to people about gun control.
Yeah, it's good.
I was like, Australia did it.
Yeah,
And
actually they did it. That's all that mattered to me.
I've been saying 1996, so it's good to confirm I was correct.
Correct on that one. Yeah.
yeah, that was bad. That was really badass. I was like,
Oh God, am I right?
She's like 92 or 96. I was like, let's go with 96. Why not? Yeah. Last podcast on left an Australian serial killers episode. They talk about. They also have one on like Catherine Knight. Yeah.
okay, alright, I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
Last podcast on Netflix.
Yes. They
You listen to it?
Let's take a look.
Yeah, they like I said, they're kind of to be into that place.
Yeah, I listened to like half an episode and I couldn't get going.
Yeah.
But then the one I listened to, True Crime Obsessed, is a very gay man in New York City, and he does scream quite a bit. So it's a very different vibe.
Okay.
It's equally funny enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I wanted to say, did you get this from
No. This is from Cakeworthy. They do flannels that have like the sayings on the back and then like little bits of pieces. So like I have this one for Little Mermaid and then I have a Beetlejuice one that says I myself am strange and unusual on the back. And then I have a Wednesday Addams one. So they have like a bunch of different themes and whatever. Cakeworthy store. No, but I have seen the campaign. I have a 3-year-old girl. I'm going to take her to it. So
amazing.
Yeah.
It looks so amazing.
Go. They don't have. I don't think you have to have a kid.
Okay.
There's no. They're like, hey.
I want to be.
at the camp store.
Well, and make sure you get the ticket for it because there's like the store part and then there's the actual concert part. Yeah. I'm really jealous that New York can be in cocktail.
Didn't that look amazing?
Yes. You could go to the casino.
Go to the casino.
Yeah. 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 No, but I haven't done the camp one yet.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies.
You too.
I wanna see them dancing. What do you call them?
All right, well, that was fun. It was interesting.
Yes, oh no, that was fun.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thank y'all, have a good night.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's cool, yeah, you play with a nice bunch of people.
Learned some stuff. I got a few of them mixed up, like, it'd be like one of those situations, But yeah, it was great. Really enjoyed it. Thanks, Anna, a lot. I'm going to sell you tomorrow, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then directly to you.
Awesome.
Say bye to stream.
Oh, say bye to the stream. Bye, stream. Bye. Bye.
See you tomorrow around 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live again tomorrow. Stream
Go
some
listen to some music?
block party concert stuff. It'll be really cool. Thank you for
I
watching
think we should
today.
get
It's
down
really
there
interesting.
earlier and we could put our chairs out and that way we... Is that Stasha, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just got a whole big
Uh,
150, so...
But yeah, thank you guys. We'll see you again tomorrow. We'll do it all weekend.
We'll be back all weekend.
Peace out.
Do it.